I'm going to go ahead and start. I know a few of y'all are still trying to jump on, but I want to be really conscious of your time, and I want to make the most of this opportunity. I just want to start by saying thank you for joining our Back to School with Plexus event. I'm really excited. This is my first time to host something like this, and for those of y'all who may know me, this is very out of my comfort zone, but this is something that I've grown a lot in, and I'm trying to just grow every day in this opportunity to share with y'all. So I just wanted to start off by sharing my testimony a little bit about why I jumped on the supplement chain and why I chose to partner with Plexus. So I had 4 babies in about 6 years. And at that point, I had just started living off coffee. I was probably up to 64 ounces of coffee a day plus soda, and I was drinking water because I was nursing, but I was just chronically every day becoming more and more unhealthy. At this point, my dad had beat testicular cancer, but now he had type 2 diabetes. My grandmother had type 2 diabetes and was a cancer survivor, and it wasn't looking too good for my future health journey. So I realized I just woke up one day when Connor was 8 months old, and I said, I have to make a change. I'm sleeping all the time. I don't want to go out and play with my older kids. I don't want to go on family walks. I'm not being the best mommy that I know I can be. So a sweet friend of mine, Karen, who'll be on in a little bit, she sent me an email about her new journey, and I checked it out, and I prayed about it, and I talked to Arlen, and I decided this is what I wanted to do to just start taking my life back. So I got the pink drink, which is Plexus Slim, and I got the probiotic because I was starting to really learn more about gut health, and it just started in August of 2014. So at the end of this month, I will be at my 2 years of taking charge of my health by partnering with Plexus. I had some really good results with my energy as a mom of 4. I was just striving to just not survive, but I wanted to thrive. And so that worked, and slowly but surely I started seeing changes in my body. I was sleeping better. My clothes were fitting better. It was a slow process for me to reach my weight goals. But that's one thing I loved about Plexus is that it's not a quick fix. It's not a gimmick. It's natural supplements that allow my body to get healthy from the inside out and to work the way God made it to be. And so as my journey kept going, naturally, I started sharing with other people, close friends and family. And then I decided, after some prayer and Arlen telling me I had to have my products covered and I did not want to stop these amazing products, I looked more into the business opportunity, and it just kind of took off from there. But what was really neat is at the same time when this started for me, I had moved, and I was really hungry to help other people and connect with people, and Plexus just fit that niche in my life. I've been able to use the gifts of encouragement and helping other moms and friends reach their goals as well, whether it's sleeping better or getting rid of headaches, or they have digestive issues, whether they want to try to stay home or pay their car payment. The Lord has just brought this into my life, and it's just been a blessing. And as school is coming back, as we come back to our Back to School with Plexus theme, that's just really kind of was getting on my heart of, wow, that's kind of when I started my journey. It was right before Ashley started kindergarten. And I was so tired and desperate, and my kids were so sick that I wanted to start and share this opportunity with y'all, because I know that there's a lot of moms on here and a lot of friends on here that might be wanting some energy and might be looking to get their kiddos healthy through the fall months that are approaching. So my first friend that is coming up that's talking is Rachel. And Rachel, are you there? I think she's muted. Can you
Yep.
unmute?
I'm here with little boy. So.
Oh, he's so cute. Well, Rachel, just introduce yourself and kind of just share why you chose to partner with Plexus.
All right, I am Rachel, and I live in Washington State. I am a stay-at-home mom to 4 cute, crazy kiddos. And in my extra time, I get to be a fitness instructor, and I get to help people on their health journey with Plexus. It's my favorite. So I started Plexus a little more than 2 years ago. I had my third, and I was literally just surviving, hardly surviving. I was trying to get the baby weight off. I was teaching. I was training for a half marathon. I was exhausted all the time, even though my little girl didn't get up much in the night. I was just exhausted all the time. I was surviving on coffee and Coke Zero, and I had a major candy addiction, so bad that I didn't want anybody to know, because of being a fitness instructor, and I didn't want anybody to know. So first of all, kind of to tell you my background, I have always loved exercising. I have always been a big advocate of eating healthy and exercising, and that's how you stay healthy. And I, took a fish oil every now and then, took a multivitamin every now and then, but that was about it, because I was good at eating healthy besides my candy, and loved to exercise. And so that was my big thing. Like, I was like, that's how you stay healthy, eat clean, and exercise. And so I was pretty much a supplement snob, and had people come to me and ask me to try different supplements. And I was like, nope, I'm good. I'm healthy, even though I had a major candy addiction, like I said, and was just surviving on coffee and Coke. So Catherine, my friend from college, had posted something about Plexus. I had just thought it was just a get skinny drink. That's what I initially thought. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing anything like that, because that's, that's just not what I do. So she had posted something, I think it was about sugar cravings or about Coke or something. And I was like, oh my goodness, maybe I'll just try one. So I asked her to give me one. Soon I was pretty hooked, and realized that whenever I drank it, I did not want my Coke at 4 o'clock every day. I didn't crash, and I was surviving with my 3 little kids and playing with them, and not wanting to run to Sonic or to the corner store and grab a Coke. And so I also took a little bit of time, but I didn't want my candy anymore, and which was a huge thing for me, since I was literally eating like bags of candy a week. With Plexus, I started learning more about candida and about gut issues, and it has just been a huge blessing. I no longer struggle with candida, which is what my OB had told me I was having some issues with. I feel better when allergy season hits, and not only me, but it has so much helped my little boy with his seasonal allergies, and also with his food allergies. He is able to eat more things now. He's able to wake up and breathe, and not have as many allergy issues as he's had in the past, that stem from his gut. So it's just helped our family so much with health. And because of being a fitness instructor, I've noticed so much more energy when I teach my classes. I've noticed muscle definition differently than ever before. And I was a college athlete, and I've never been so strong before as I am now, as a mom of 4 kids. And I just had a baby 3 months ago. And it's given me the energy, like I said, to keep up with my kids, to teach my classes, to run around with them all the time, and not crash. So those things I am truly grateful for. That's just touching a little bit on what Plexus has done for our family.
Thank you, Rachel. I wanted to kind of piggyback on on just how much I've learned as well about gut health and about blood sugar. And those are what two of our main products help with. And I noticed after a while of being on the products, I'd always suffered from rosacea since I had my first baby, and I was on a special expensive cream for that. And then I had keratosis on the back of my arms, and I also had eczema that started flaring, which is a family allergy that we have, start flaring. And I noticed that probably 3 to 6 months in, the backs of my arms where my keratosis was gone. My rosacea was gone, and my eczema was just greatly improved. And so I wondered what that was, and I researched it, and that all can stem from gut health. So I had a yeast overgrowth, and I didn't even know it. And so that's just one of the really neat things as well about Plexus, is that they provide us products that get to the root cause of our health issues. I was in Mark Hyman's The 10-Day Detox and in Dr. David Perlmutter's Brainmaker book. About 70 to 80% of our overall health is related to our gut health. And I had no idea. From somebody who has a science background, a bachelor's of science and a master's in education with a science emphasis, I never had even really heard about gut health. So that's just really cool how Plexus is providing us now to the rest of our health. And my baby as well, I started him on the ProBio 5 because he was developing food allergies. And so his pediatrician approved it when he was 8 months old. And so that just, again, built my confidence in Plexus that these products could help so many people. Now I wanted to introduce my friend Amber Peck. She's from Arkansas, and I don't think she's able to, we can't see her picture, but Amber, are you there? Can you unmute? I don't know if Amber's there.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I have like 2 things going, and I got the computer from school, and it doesn't have a little camera thing. So picture this really beautiful girl with a lot of makeup on, hair done, because I just so don't what I look like right now. Okay, so the first time I heard about Plexus, my sister-in-law, Catherine, had started sharing it on Facebook, and I went to her very first Sip and See party, and it wasn't that I was skeptical, because I knew if it was something she was taking and given to my brother and my nephews that it was legit. Like, she's done her research, she knows the background about it, and she knows it's good. But it wasn't that I was skeptical. I never have been. It's just that I didn't feel like I needed it. I was fine. I was thinking I was good. I was healthy, but I really wasn't. So that was about 2 years, 8 months, Catherine. And so fast forward to a year ago, it was like I woke up one day and I just felt absolutely horrible. I started having daily headaches, migraines once, twice a week. Went to the doctor. My migraine medication was going to be $12 a pill. That's after insurance. Just started feeling really, really bad. So after a few weeks of that, coming home from school, because I'm a school teacher, coming home from school, just completely exhausted, coming home, just wanted to take a nap. I was missing time out with my husband and my 2-year-old, and I would just cry, and I would not know why I was crying, because there was no reason why I was unhappy, because I was so blessed to have a great husband and a sweet little baby girl. But I knew something had to give. So I was at that point to where I finally texted Catherine. I was like, okay, we need to meet about Plexus. And so she had a few woohoos and hippie hoorays, and we met, and I just signed up that night because I knew, like I said, if she was doing it, that it could help. And within the first week of taking Plexus, it was the first week I hadn't had a headache in like 3 or 4 months. And I have a little Plexus journal that I've had from the get-go, and I have 7 tally marks, because that's how many headaches I've had in a year and a month. That's it. Used to have them every day. I've had 1 migraine, and it was last week, and I think that was just the stress of the school year and just a lot of other stuff going on. But if you go from having a daily headache to having one every couple of months, that's life-changing alone. And some people think headaches aren't a big deal, but they are if you have them every day. Along other things that have occurred are can't stand a drink of Coke. I think it's a combination of me actually researching and know what's in it, what how disgusting it is and all the chemicals that are in it and how horrible it is for my body, along with just the taste. I've never drank oil, but I'm pretty sure that's probably what it tastes like. There's other stuff, not having to take a nap with my daughter. Like, I can, during the summer when I'm off with her, I can actually get stuff done around the house. Not wanting to go to sleep at 7 o'clock. I can stay up till 11, and then it's still hard for me to get up in the morning because I'm not a morning person, but I do know I get good sleep now. And I've shared it with so many family and friends. And as far as the business side, I really was just going to focus on the health testimony tonight, but just sharing, and so many people's lives have been changed. My, intermediate family and just friends that I would never have thought had issues going on. You never really know what people are going through because they keep a lot of it inside and to themselves. But just people that I'm so grateful that they've trusted in me, and they feel the same way as I felt with Catherine, that if she's taking a product and she's promoting them, that they work. And so just with consistency, and there have been days that I kind of slacked off, and I can feel it. And people always ask me, how long are you going to take Plexus? And I'm like, for life. Like, you're not going to, once you have something that's changed, it's not going to be, you're not going to stop it. So I have been on Plexus products for a year and a month. I started on the triplex combo, and the first week I started seeing success. And then a few months later, I added the multivitamin, the X Factor. And I was hesitant about adding that because all the other multivitamins over the counter, they made me feel nauseous. I tried like 4 or 5 different kinds. My doctor recommended some, and they just made me feel sick in my stomach. Doesn't matter when I take them, if I took them with food or not. But the X Factor has never done that to me. And since I added that to my daily regimen, I've even had more success. So they're great products. It's a great opportunity. I've met great friends and just happy and blessed, and can't wait to see what the Lord has in store for me.
Thank you so much, Amber, for sharing. I know several friends personally that are now headache-free because of Plexus, that are off migraine medication. My mom's one of them who doesn't have really any migraines anymore, and that's just so amazing for me. And that's why I share, because we want our family, especially our parents, at least for me, to just live as healthy as they can. So now I want to introduce my friend Charity, and she's got an amazing testimony from just a completely different standpoint, something I didn't really know much about, which is an autoimmune disease. So Charity, take it away.
Hey everyone, can you hear me? I'm always worried that people can't hear me. Very good. So like Angela said, my name's Charity. I live in Alabama for the next 7 days. We're moving to New York a week from Thursday, so lots going on here. If I turned my iPad around, you would see lots of boxes and lots of craziness, but we'll just keep looking at the wall. So when I was 25, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. It started in one finger, and it slowly crept throughout my hands, wrists. You name a joint I had at my jaw, knees, ankles, toes, feet. Just you name it, I had it. I was in daily pain. Doctors prescribed lots of medicines. So we started off with Humira, which was like an injectable medicine, and it stopped working. So we started doing Enbrel, and it worked, but I still, I would have days where my teller, I worked for a bank, and they would say, "Oh, you have sausage hands today," because I couldn't make a fist. Like, my hands were so swollen. I had so much inflammation that I literally, this would be my fist. It was awful. So, so I saw something. I also am friends with Catherine, and she posted something about inflammation or joint pain or something like that. And so I messaged her and asked her about it. And so I started Plexus for pain because I was in pain. And she asked me some more questions, and I just was like, well, let me think about it, because, my husband and I we're a one-income family. He's a full-time student, so we don't have just money to throw around. So not that anybody does. Does anybody throw money around? I don't think that's a thing. But anyway, so I was like, well, I'm going to start cheap. as cheaply as possible. So I said, I just like snuck in there and bought a 7-day trial pack. Like, I don't even think I told Catherine I was going to do it. I think I just did it. And so I got a 7-day trial pack just because I was like, well, what's $20? Like, I can do $20. So I did that. And within like 4 or 5 days, I was like, okay, I don't want to not be on this. Because I was seeing such great results with, I mean, it was crazy. Like, I couldn't wear both my rings, my wedding rings, and then quickly I could put one on. And I was like, that's weird. I've only been on this for a few days. So I ordered a 30-day pack of Slim. And by the end of that, I was like, okay, I have to see what else there is to offer, because I was already feeling much better. I sleep really well at night, but I was sleeping even better, which was awesome because I love sleep. Like Amber had said, like, you just, I don't really want to wake up in the mornings either, but I wasn't going to bed so early. I could stay up a little bit later, felt like I was sleeping throughout the night. Anyway, so Catherine and I talked, and I started on the triplex, and realized that I had a gut issue. Like, I didn't realize all that went into that. So I started doing some research and found out that, all this about your immune system being located in your gut. And once you can fix your gut, a lot of different things change. And that's what happened for me. So, anyway, I signed up as an ambassador, of course, because I'm cheap and I want the best deal. So I did that. And then I got my first customer and I got a paycheck. And I was like, I got one customer and I got a paycheck. Like, I just was shocked. I couldn't believe it. Like, I've heard of people signing up under, companies like Plexus where they have to buy hundreds or thousands of dollars worth of product and they still don't get a paycheck. And so I had one customer that spent a little over $100 and I got money, and I just couldn't believe it. So I thought, who else needs this? Who else needs stuff like that? So that was going on while I was taking my products, enjoying my products, and not really knowing all that it was changing on the inside until around Christmas time. So this was like in October that I started. And then around Christmas time, I got a tiny little infection and I had to quit my autoimmune disease like medicine, because what that does is it depletes your immune system. So if you feel like you're getting sick, you don't take it. So I stopped taking it and I felt just as good as when I was on it. So my doctor said, well, don't take it anymore. And I haven't. So it's almost been 2 years. In December, it'll be 2 years that I've been off my medicine, which I guess that's not super close. So a little over a year and a half. But anyway, so I mean, he looks at my blood work and says that it's the best it's ever been, that everything is perfect, that, I mean, levels that were way too high are balanced, things that were way too low have come up. And I mean, this is just, and it's easy. I mean, you literally take a couple pills at night and drink a delicious pink drink in the morning, So anyway, I don't know. If I could tell everyone in the whole entire world, like, that this could change your life, I would. So I just started with my friends and family, and I just tell them as often as they'll listen that, this has radically changed my life, financially, physically, emotionally. I mean, you name it, it's changed it. So anyway, go Plexus.
Thank you. And it just is amazing how our bodies, when something is unbalanced, like gut health, how our body can start attacking itself, and can lead to something like rheumatoid arthritis. Or it's just amazing that you've been able to find help. And I love that, because more and more people, the more I share, I hear colitis and other gut health issues, different thyroid issues. And it's just amazing that there is a natural answer with just allowing our bodies to work the way that God made it to work. Now I want to switch over and introduce one of my sweet friends that I've known forever, and I cherish her. Her name is Karen. So Karen, are you there?
I'm here. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Hi, guys. My name is Karen Bunch, and I heard about Plexus from Catherine as well. She's a pledge sister of mine from college. And I was just watching her posts. I had just had a baby in April. About 2.5 years ago, this all took place. And I was exhausted. I had a 2.5-year-old at the time, a new baby, and I was just tired. So I kept seeing these natural energy, safe for nursing mommies. I kept just reading all of these amazing things. So I decided to try it. I tried it for 1 month, and I was hooked. The first month I was on Plexus, Catherine and our other friend Tamara educated me on the products, and I learned through their education and just through researching the products that they were amazing for diabetics. And my husband, who is a type 1 diabetic, his health is a big concern of mine. So when I found out they were for diabetics, I told Brian, you will be taking these products. He didn't really have a choice. And over the next 1.5 years, his sugar stabilized, and he didn't have any low points. When you're a diabetic, you can get low in the middle of the night, you can get low in the middle of the day. But when you have low in the middle of the night, a lot of times your bodies don't even wake you up. And so that's kind of our scary point. And so for the fact that he didn't have a single low blood sugar for 1.5 years while he was on these products is just a testament to our family. I love these products. I really encourage you guys just to do your research. I think if you take the time and do your research and ask really great questions, you're going to be really impressed with the quality of these products. They're not products that you can just buy off the shelf at any store. These are products with amazing ingredients that truly help benefit our bodies. So I just want to encourage you guys, reach out to whoever invited you to this call. They will share with you how amazing these products are, and I can't wait for you guys to try it.
Thank you, Karen. I love that. I love that for you. I love that for your family. And I especially love that for Brian and other type 1 diabetics and just diabetics in general. Finally, I want to introduce my sweet friend, Catherine, which we've heard about a lot. But I just want you to hear her heart and her knowledge that she has in her testimony.
Greetings from Little Rock, Arkansas. The beginning of this year in January, Plexus Worldwide trademarked the phrase, "What if this could change everything?" And it's become a tagline that is on a lot of our packaging, and it's involved in most of our advertising. And that tagline is something that happened in my life. Plexus changed everything for me, for the health of myself and my family, as well as our financial framework forever, because of the unique business opportunity. I actually started Plexus products because they are the only natural plant-based supplement company or product line that offers something specifically for nerve health. I was suffering from sciatica after the birth of my second baby and had been to multiple doctors looking for answers and was on pain medication, and I was desperate to get off of it because of side effects. And I didn't want to face surgery because the percentage of success, the rate of success of surgery is very low. And I was just basically told that I would just have to deal with sciatica for the rest of my life. And I wasn't okay with that. I was a young mom. I was working full time, and I had a lot of life ahead of me. And so I started seeking answers elsewhere. So I started working with a holistic nutritionist, and I started working with a chiropractor, and we started addressing my sciatica and nerve issues and pain concerns from a more holistic dietary angle. And it was under their guidance and them educating me that I was first exposed to the need to supplement. And I started probiotic, I started an omega supplement, I started cutting things out of my diet that were aggravating the inflammation in my body. I was getting chiropractic adjustments 3 days a week, and I was starting to be able to manage my pain without the need of a prescription, which was my ultimate goal. But I still was suffering. I still had to limit my activity with my kids, and even my work had to be modified because I was on my feet a lot. And so I had to modify my workload, which, it's not really a good thing. So I just started searching, really researching for a natural supplement that address nerve health. And it was through my online Googling and searching that I came across Plexus Worldwide. And I had a very close friend who was an ambassador. And so I asked her, I said, tell me about this product, Plexus Nerve. And so she sent me the information, and I broke it down ingredient by ingredient. I took it to my nutritionist and said, what do you think of this? And she said, I think it could help. Try it. So I did, and was thrilled with the results. I was able to stretch my chiropractic adjustments out. I was no longer having to go as often in order to manage my pain. And I was able to continue to not have to take pain medication, which was just a huge victory for our family. Well, through my research regarding Plexus, I uncovered that they also offered a probiotic, a magnesium supplement, an omega supplement, things I was already taking and paying a fortune for in order to get plant-based pharmaceutical grade supplements. I was ordering them online. I was thrilled that they offered something that was equal, if not better. So I signed up as an ambassador so I could start ordering and replacing what I was already taking with products from Plexus. Also through my research, I came across amazing testimonials of what all these products were helping with. And I started thinking of people in my life and in my family who I knew could benefit. Those with autoimmune concerns, like Charity mentioned. I have friends with diabetes. My dad's a heart patient and has neuropathy. I was already giving my children a probiotic to boost their immune system. I had exhausted friends and other friends with digestive issues. So I was excited to share with them the possibility of Plexus. So that's what I did. I started sharing immediately. I texted, I emailed, I approached friends who I personally knew who could possibly benefit from our product line based on what they were suffering with. And very quickly, unbeknownst to me, a business blossomed. I got my first paycheck, and I had no idea how I had even made the money because I was just sharing from my heart something that I was sharing with the hope that it could help them. And I offered it to them and said, I think you should try this. You can get your money back if it doesn't work, but based on what I'm reading, I think it could help you. And it helped a lot of them. My dad's off pain medication. My mom's off medication for sleep and allergies. And the list can go on. When it starts touching people in your life who you love and care for and changes their life for better, you can't help but continuing to share. And so a year after I signed up, I was able to resign from my full-time job and start having more flexibility and time freedom with my family, which is something that I had just dreamed of and didn't think it might not happen for me. And because of Plexus, it has. And that's because our products are in the right place at the right time. They're meeting a need in the market. People are being more preventative with their health. They're starting to hear more about gut health and supplementation in mainstream media. Their doctors are recommending that they take an omega supplement and a probiotic, and they're remembering, hey, I have a friend, or hey, Catherine mentioned that. And they're coming to their close friends and family who are representing Plexus. So our products are top notch. They're changing lives. And we're in the right place at the right time to offer those to others. And it's allowing people to make a substantial income. Our business model is very unique. We get paid 11 different ways, which is mind-blowing. And it's not based on just commission from sales. We're paid in a variety of ways that makes a pretty substantial income pretty quickly, which is what allowed me to match my full-time income and now surpass it just by sharing with friends and family something that could possibly benefit from them. So I just want to encourage you to ask questions. That's what I did. I researched for 2 or 3 months. I took it to my medical providers and got their opinion. Just today, I'm actually 14 weeks pregnant. And just today, I was able to see my OB for the first time because I swear anytime Catherine's in the building, he has a delivery. So like my last 2 appointments, I haven't even seen him. I've seen his partner, but it's Dr. Fuller who I have a relationship with. And so I mentioned to him again today, I said, now you know that I take Plexus supplements. He's like, that stuff is everywhere. I was like, I assumed that you probably had a lot of patients taking our products. He said, I do. I've researched it all. It's wonderful. And he said, you do not have to take an additional prenatal said, everything you need is what you're taking. So that was just amazing and thrilling that I don't have to take something over the counter, because he knows and agrees that our products are providing what is needed for expectant moms. So ask your medical providers, talk to those who invited you on the call tonight. If you are suffering from something specific, ask that as well, because we most likely can connect you with someone who has experienced relief from our product line.
Thank you so much. I've learned so much from you. And for those who are listening, I just wanted to kind of reiterate what you've heard. You heard hope. You heard helping others. That's why we're sharing. They helped us. They started helping our family. And we couldn't keep it to ourselves, because our heart is to really help others and to help you thrive and to get through this world, just enjoying your life, enjoying your kids, enjoying your day. So please reach out to us. And I wanted to close with one thing from the Daniel plan. That's it touches everything. It talks about supplementation and how we need it in our lives. And one of the things he talks about in there is things we need to make lasting change. And one of the things he says is that we need to have a new way of thinking. And I had to have a new way of thinking. I couldn't keep going on the way I was going to be the best person I knew I needed to be. We need to make wiser choices, and not just with taking Plexus. Plexus isn't going to help everything. You have to add it to your toolkit, is what I call it. And you have to have lasting change requires an honest community. And I've surrounded myself with like-minded people that are going to be honest with me. If I'm not taking my products, or if I'm not doing things, they're going to ask me, and they're going to lift me up, and they're going to encourage me to be the best person I want to be. So finally, I just want to say, are you ready to have a healthier life? Are you, do you think time to right now could be the time for you to make this change? And I want to encourage you to go ahead and to make this commitment, and to ask questions to the person who invited you to this call. Ask questions and to listen to them, and to try Plexus, because it could be what Catherine said. What if this could change everything for you? So just thank you so much for being on the call tonight. And I hope that you learned something. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.